Alright. Back at this nav point now. Truth is, I didn't take all that time to just get there on regular fuel because seeing how slow it was going to take me, it was gonna take at least an hour actually. So I just replayed the mission, got up to this point, and started. It's quite silly, the whole thing.
Mission objectives accomplished.
No, your turret won't kill me. Sometimes I wonder if just the presence of a destroyer makes the other ships respawn. I've never been quite sure about that. Did I run like that? No, I don't think that. See, she's going after the capture, which is fine, because I can handle these guys. And when enemy fighters are distracted, like going after your wingman, they make an easy target. Because they fly more or less in a straight line. Oh, thank you. Alright. So the mission's accomplished, but they're just gonna keep sending guys at us. Because that's how this game rolls. Oh wait, that hurt. No, leave me alone. I'm not very maneuverable. Alright. I feel like I'm trying to ram them now. You know, their heavy fighters did it to me all the time. Pretty sure that was my kill, Cobra. Took a few tries, but it's a doable mission. Frigate?
What's your status?
What frigate? That really is just a frigate. Maybe that replaced the Sheffield that we let die.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
Oh. Oh. Thought my game locked up on me.
Looks like you swept out a nice path for us, sir. You're cleared to land.
Rollins is in a good mood. I'm glad my game just didn't crash. I just really would have hated my bad luck at that point. This far into the game, I don't remember a lot of stuff that we're gonna find. What's Vagabond got to say?
The grapevine's really been humming. Everyone knows we're getting Dr. Severin. Or Dr. Death, as he's known to some of his old friends.
You know him?
Yeah. We go back, Sevi and I. Now you asked me, the Kilrathi did the right thing locking him up.
Why do I get the feeling this has to do with your classified past?
Look, you know I haven't always been a pilot. You ever hear about Pac 7?
Yeah. A lot of people got killed. It's an accident of some sort.
Millions got killed. And it was no accident. Just one of old Doc Sevi's demolitions tests. I was working for him back then. I'm certain he knew exactly what was going to happen. but he saw no reason to warn the civilians. Afterwards, Confed tried to cover it up. But who really cared anyway? The Paxtons were just a backwards people who had nothing to offer the war effort. That's when I quit demolitions. In the cockpit, I can see the enemy. They line right up in my gun sights, and I can... The pilots I shoot down sure ain't civilians. But if there's a hell to go to, I know they've got a special place reserved for me. And Sevi.
He shouldn't blame himself. This guy's wrapped way too tight.
He shouldn't blame himself, but he also just should relax.
That's an awful lot of baggage to be carrying around. Maybe you should sit these missions out.
No way, Colonel. I want to be right there when we get this guy.
Flight deck, emergency. You have trouble on the flight deck.
Wow,
Flight deck,
the Colonel really was
emergency. You have trouble on the
moved
flight
by
deck.
that. How are we doing on kills? Ah, good. Cyanok has 380 kills, and we've wiped out 3 aces.
Flight deck, emergency. Flight deck,
We're being
emergency.
paged to the flight deck, so I'm gonna save my mission here. And let's
Flight
find
deck,
out what's
flight
going
deck,
on.
Flight deck, emergency. Flight deck, emergency.
Cobra! No!
Colonel,
Hobbs.
he was
Hobbs.
trying to send this.
Over the last decade, work has proceeded on a tectonic frequency weapon, the Tembler bomb. The theory goes that if we can fire this thing with absolute precision, its detonation will achieve the proper resonant frequency.
All this time, he's had us bugged.
We have to get it to the infirmary.
No, get Hobbs. You still have time.
That's a negative, Colonel. We're almost out Core 5. Any pursuit now would jeopardize the entire operation.
Revenge.
Revenge.
Listen to
Teresa Revenge. I'll tell you why I'm gonna do Revenge, because I think that's the way the game's meant to be played on this part. And I feel kind of bad for doubting Cobra all this time, so I feel like she needs a bit of justice, and I need some personal revenge against Hobbs, because, come on, we can't let Hobbs be in Confed for so many years and just get away from it all, so I'm going after him.
It was Hobbs.
Colonel. Colonel. Colonel!
This is great. How's our power distribution? Alright. We are hunting down Hobbs for betraying us and all of Confed.
My old friend, as I predicted, we are meeting again. But this time, as what we were destined to be. Enemies. Enemies who now must fight to the death. You are a noble warrior. And because of that, I wish you well. That our last meeting be purely a duel of will and courage, subject not to arbitrary twists of fate.
Hobbs is actually kind of hard to beat. He's got that turret. Oh jeez. Let me just unload a bunch of missiles on this guy. The way I beat Flash. Oh, I'm out of missiles. Interesting. He just may kill us. And then I'll have to replay the mission. There's an explanation of Hobbs' betrayal. I'll try to get into it a little later. And it would also appear I really underestimated him. That missile lock is really locked on me. This is the most stubborn missile lock I've ever had. Hobbs. I've never seen you fight this good when you were my wingman.
Time to see your vet, Kitty.
I'm gonna die. Can I just fly into him? I'm faster than him. He's winning. Well, I certainly thought this would be easier. It's been a while since I've done this battle. I can't remember how I fought Hobbs before. And that ship that he's flying is going to be pretty tough. Let's try this one more time really quick. Alright. Maybe I can catch him off guard while he's giving his little speech. It's kind of scary, and well, it's kind of disturbing to see Hobbs in this way. Oh, I got him. Barely, and I had to use all my missiles. But, I think if he dies slowly, he might say farewell, my friend. I can't remember. You do get a chance to kill him later in the game if you choose not to do it here, but I'm more of a hot-blooded revenge guy rather than a cold-blooded. There will also be more consequences for what we've done, which you'll see when we land. So there's actually a cutscene from the game that for some reason is not on the PC version, but there's a console version of Wing Commander 3. I can't remember which console it was. And that cutscene is on the console version. But it basically talks about... Is that a... Oh look, we have an ace here, let's kill it. Stalker. But basically, Hobbs was a sleeper agent all along. So he truly believed all this time that he had betrayed the Karathi. And Prince Thraka, supposedly, when he sends that message to the Victory, utters a phrase that reactivates the true Hobbs. And Hobbs explains all this to Blair in a recorded message, which for some reason didn't make it onto the PC version of the game, unfortunately. This guy's kind of tough. Maybe I'll get close to the Victory and use its guns. I shouldn't have to do that. What is this anyway? It's cool when you encounter the aces because their taunts are slightly different. Who is that? Primate?
What's your status?
Not even a scratch.
Primate. He's in Wing Commander 4 too. He's never a character, he's just always a guy you see in space. Actually, in Wing Commander 4, he's one of the best wingmen that you can actually choose. His stats are really good. Yeah, we're making some progress on this guy. Oh. I forgot he had missiles. Where'd he go? Awesome. Some Pocton bombers? Well, that's not good. So the Victory's under attack, basically, but I wonder why they're not launching more fighters. Maybe they were just caught unprepared. Ah, jeez. If I get killed by a turret again, I'll be angry. Very angry. Primate's doing good though. Yeah. Oh, he's not going after the Victory, but the frigate, which has no name. Oh, that's a destroy? Destroy. I'm sure they meant destroyer. Oh, Ison's gonna be pretty pissed off at us.
Need clearance, TCS Victory.
I suppose you expect to be congratulated for terminating Hobbs. What you deserve is a court-martial, mister, for disobeying my orders. Your impulses left us one gun short and we needed them all, Colonel. The Victory was ambushed while you were on your little joyride. You're cleared to land. Report to me in the barracks. ASAP.
That's the angriest you'll ever see Ison. Well, he gets pretty angry at us in the barracks too. So let's go talk to him and then we'll take a break. Maybe Rachel will at least congratulate me. Someone's got to appreciate what I did. Somebody. No, I guess not. Ah, Vaquero died defending the Victory.
Do you have any idea how much I hate this little ritual? Now I have to compose a letter to Vaquero's parents that's supposed to make them feel proud of their son. I have written too many DEFCONs. I suppose they'll want this. Damn it, man, you put your own needs above that of the ship's. You can't ever do that.
All right, the DEFCON.
What happened with Hobbs, Captain?
When you have an answer to that, Colonel, you let me know. In any event, we have to move quickly now because there's no telling how much the Karathi already know.
You know, from a tactical point of view, though, I really can't understand why we wouldn't try to go after Hobbs, because even if he failed to send the video of the Tembler bomb, he still knew about it, and he was going to try to warn the Kilrathi of it, so by not going after him, it just seemed like that would really compromise our mission for the future, even though we put the Victory at risk now, and Vaquero lost his life.
At no time does this
war
seem
scene.
more cruel than when it ends the life of someone as young as Lieutenant Mitchell Lopez. A man young enough to still have dreams. Vaquero was a pilot who at all times flew with heart and pride.
I bet those extras in the background are developers of the game. That's a pretty swanky coffin, actually. Interesting. I still think we did the right thing. Alright, well, when we get back, we'll find out where that all leaves us. Maybe I'll have some more thoughts on Hobbs' betrayal, which I might get into that a little more. You can find that video of Hobbs somewhere on YouTube where he's explaining to Colonel Blair how he was basically a sleeper agent. I think it's worth saying. It really should have been in the game, in my opinion, but because you don't know if maybe Hobbs just felt guilty and wanted to return to his people, or if there was some other explanation for his betrayal. So I thought it was a pretty important scene, and I always wondered why it never made it in the game, so I recommend YouTubing that. So, alright guys, I'll see you when I get back.